Welcome back to the JV Xperience, number 6, episode number 6.
This is number 7.
Yeah, this one is number 7, yeah. Time goes by.
7 to heaven, 7-11. And talking about heaven.
Talking about heaven, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting, huh?
You was explaining earlier actually today, that the religion and the way the different churches, mosques that they present, it was an interesting point that you was bringing. I don't know if you remember the conversation we had.
Yeah, well, we had a conversation about religion.
Mm-hmm.
How come that religion, has been evolving in society. Nowadays, we don't give a fuck that much. But, hey, I'm a good Christian. I go to church every Sunday.
You was telling there are some people who are racist, but just because they go to the church, they feel like they are doing the right thing and they have the right to do it.
Well, yeah, and also it's been working this way since the beginning. Let's say when they were creating the Vatican. Okay, there was a thing called indulgence.
Yes.
And people used to pay for their sins. They'd be like, oh my God, okay, I did this sin, so I'm gonna go to the guy who's selling me how do we call this? The pardon.
To get forgiveness.
Yeah.
Forgiveness from
the
God.
guy we're passing there selling forgiveness for God. But at the end of the day, there was all this money that make the big church in Rome, the Vatican.
The business.
And it's crazy because when you go to the Vatican, you need a passport to get in. It's like you get into a smaller country being in a country,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I knew that it's a country, but
it's Italy, and then inside to pass to the Vatican, you need your passport, just as if you pass to another land.
It's crazy. Yeah, they used to also pay for having a place in heaven.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, it's next level of control and influence on people.
Yeah. Around which date is this?
Which time? The
800s?
I'm pretty sure up to 800.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit earlier than that.
Yeah.
It was happening because 800. We speak already about end of the 800 about the industrial revolution.
Yes, starting.
But by that time, it was a decline in some countries.
Yeah.
Even as of today, it exists probably.
Well, here it was at the year 60. Here in Quebec, 1960, it was the laïcisation thing, and then we're still living into it in some way,
Exactly. So even to this day, there are the conflicts of religion, government. Should they be allowed to practice their own religion, even though it's everybody has their own type of religion?
Yeah.
And actually, since Quebec felt imposed, we're kind of talking about the history of Quebec and Canada, but hey, we live here. They were imposed to accept whatever the federal government were accepting as a law, even though they didn't sign. So the one that's called La Charte des droits et des libertés.
Yes.
So basically, it's a law about the man's freedom and rights and all that, but that law Quebec didn't sign.
Mm-hmm.
It was imposed on them, and that one protects, the right to have your own religion, to practice it, and all that.
Yeah.
Quebec didn't sign it, but they are obligated to respect it.
Okay.
So it makes, people who are here who want to work for government, they will express their religion, but the government doesn't want it because it creates diversity and it's not unifying people because it's different.
Yeah.
You believe this, I believe different thing. Maybe I'm not the same opinion of you, and we work in the same place, and it creates a problem that it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
We should work for people. quote unquote,
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
But I mean, hey, we're in a free country also, so.
Kind of, yeah.
Well, you know, there are people who could go actually with hijab to work. That doesn't
In
make
that sense, yes.
you know?
That's exactly like
Yeah,
we're open.
Yeah, here in Quebec they were kind of crazy when they were saying, "Oh no, we want to ban these practices and whatever."
In general, or in the workplace?
Yeah, well, in the workplace when they wanted to ban, you know, because what if I'm a Muslim woman and I want to go to my work, but I can't because my religion tell me that I should cover.
Or maybe it's your choice. It's something
Or a
like
choice, exactly, or a choice. Because religion, there are many other things that comes with it, you know. There are some rules that were made by the institution for the people, not by the Bible or by the Quran or by this the saint book, you know.
1,000%.
Yeah. A lot of rules of how to behave, they're made by the institution.
Because why?
It's more ethic, it's more control.
But if you just check like logically and also historically, religion was always close to the power in government, kings. So if the king was like, hey, we need more money because religion was bringing the money, right?
Yeah.
And if we go again to some history, let's say when the English people came here and colonized the French here, well, they stopped what you call indulgence. So the Catholic churches, they stopped getting money. So it had an impact on the people who were French here. So it's a really political, religious, like politicians, kings, aka dictators, aka leaders of countries, they will use anything that is in their tools arsenal to control people. And most of the time what it was, the most powerful thing, people's beliefs and hope. And religion actually.
Well, hope that's a big thing. Because it takes, to have hope, it takes faith. And faith, it's like believing blindly in something that you don't see.
You believe.
You know, let's come back to the alien thing, you know. I do not believe in aliens, okay? Why? Because I will start believing aliens the day I see one, you know, and I'll bring him to the broadcast and we'll chill with the alien, you know. That will be it. So there are atheism people that be saying, okay, but God doesn't exist because you don't see him. But what makes you believe that it doesn't exist? Again, it's a question of faith. It's a matter of faith. Faith, it's blind.
But it's not on faith in case of aliens. Why? Because there are proofs. That's a fact.
Okay, where is it? Where is the alien?
The scientific proof.
Tell me what is the alien.
But if you guys and you do some research, you can find that there are some proofs. You know that there's maybe you won't see them alive, chilling, going getting coffee in the Tim Hortons. You won't see them, but they most probably exist. In my theory, not just because there are some proofs, but also in general, if we exist, what makes us more important than any other creature that might exist in the galaxy, since we know that the Earth is really, really very small part of the universe.
Yes.
And not even just the universe, just of our galaxy. Okay? So if we go to the universe, then we are like nothing compared to that. So why we, as human beings, will consider that first, we are the only ones as human beings. Second of all, as aliens, there are no aliens. And third of all, why we are the most intelligent, and why should we deserve to be the only ones?
Well, it depends, because you want to put it as, why you go so egocentric of thinking that human being is the only one race who will live here and that exists in the world. But I don't see it this way. I just see it the way that, have you seen one?
Me personally, no. But I have family members who've seen an object, not an alien, but a UFO, let's say. But not just family members, like there are some proofs of credible people who have seen some things and told their story, with some proofs also that comes with the story.
Yeah.
But of course, as a regular normal people, nobody saw like an alien ship somewhere parked, you know, that you can go take a picture or.
Yeah, where are the pictures, the videos? Okay, let's go. There is another thing. Okay, we receive a sound, like a radio sound, coming from out there, from space.
If we received?
No, we did. Like the NASA, they received.
Okay, then.
That's like a proof. Okay, like a proof for people who say that aliens exist. Okay, because they receive sound. And it wasn't like from a black hole or anything like that. But at the end of the day, have you seen them?
Bro, you don't need to see to believe, and actually
coming back to
God.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen God? Has anybody in this goddamn world seen God in real, like not in their dream, not in their mind, not like. Because the thing is, He might not exist in physical form. It can be an energy, it can be the world, the galaxy, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Now aliens, we assume that they can be something like us.
They are bacteries out there. So that's...
You know, that's...
and even God could be like an alien. Why? Because it's out of Earth.
Exactly. He's an alien.
Extraterrestre. Out of Earth.
Well, we're always talking about he's, some people call him, she, like maybe it's a
woman. Why?
But why not, why one person? Why we or person, one creature? We as human beings like to put everything on one thing. He, she, that, there, started.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a fucking country of aliens who created this other world. Or maybe a series of bacteria. Maybe it's not one creature who did it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why we have that fascination to put one? And then again we come down to religion.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to give you the simple, clear answer.
Yeah.
There is this one person, powerful, has all the powers.
Yeah.
He created everything like he should be.
You're as his image.
Exactly. Equal.
Yeah.
This, that, third. Life is a challenge. Life is a test. There is the good. There is the bad.
But that's also in
heaven. You know.
Yeah.
Good, bad consequences. Profit, whatever. Like positive, negative, death, life.
Yeah. It's about the same pattern in many religions. Like let's say the Egyptians, they did believe that their present life was just a test, just as Muslims who say that their life is a test and it's not the real life. So you see there is two complete different religions, you know. In Egypt they did have many gods. In Islam there is only one God.
Yeah, and the Native Americans also, the Native Americans. Yeah.
Well, they believe that it's the earth, the tree, the air, the water, like they all have spirits. Yeah.
It's all, well, same thing with Greeks. The Greek
they
mythology, you know, it was the god of water, of war, of sun, of beauty, of everything, of work, like everything.
So to come back to your point, it's because we like to do sense. We like to put a sense behind something.
Behind something that can be considered senseless for some people. Mm-hmm. And we like to give sense to it. And actually people who were smart enough and maybe with a good faith or bad faith or just in general, they wanted to give answers to people.
Yeah.
And they came up with certain rules, certain story. Maybe they didn't, because bro, why we have 6, 7, 8, 9 religions? Okay, different people live in different type of continents, countries.
Yeah.
Okay, different languages, different cultures.
Yeah.
Okay, but so you can tell me each one of them met this prophet of God in different forms?
Well, none of them in our times, present times, we just believe. We have faith.
Exactly.
Faith saying again, it's blind eyes. You haven't seen it, but you felt it. There are some things that you don't see, but you feel it. And if you feel warm, okay, let's let's go to another interesting point. When you go to these places, when you go to the church, when you go to the mosque, when you go to a temple, when you go to a place where the divine lives,
Saints, yeah.
where the saint is, or the spirit, the ghost, whatever religion we're talking about, there is something interesting because we give meaning to the place. Because it's the place, we feel like, oh shit, here is where God may appear to me, here is where He might answer better my prayers because I make the way over here.
You give the power to the place.
Exactly.
And you, in your head, you think and you know that. Like personally, when I don't know when was the last time, but when I was going to church, today, we were close to it, but when I was going to it, you can feel just a feeling of calmness, right? Because everything's calm, like people are not really talking. There is some gospel music, just you're
and
calm.
it's big, like the ceiling is high.
There's an oratory sound, like it's echo. It's giving you the feeling that this is a place. It's a concentrated energy, good energy, positive energy. You connect with the creature.
Yeah.
But also it's a self-therapeutical activity. Let's say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you go there and you just calm yourself. It's basically meditation.
Yeah.
It comes down to meditation.
Yeah.
But it's your choice. Meaning that nobody there tells you. But sometimes what happens is just because everybody believes in it, and they are there, and they feel like that, it's contagious. You take their energy with you.
This is true.
And oh shit, they're calm, they're praying, they're serious about it. When you're somebody serious, not just somebody, you see 100,000 people serious, they're praying and believing, and you're like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
Because concentrated energy and unified, it's powerful. And that's not just in the church religion aspect, but in everything.
Yeah,
work,
like in a work team.
or teamwork and all that. But specifically even in war, like when everybody believes in one thing, or something positive, when you want to build something and you have a lot of people together, you believe in something,
In a mission.
you feel connected.
Yeah.
But whatever I just talked about, there are people with high intelligence and very good at manipulating.
Yeah.
So they take this
As a business.
and it's your like weak spot.
Yeah.
And they manipulate it. If you do this, you will get punished. Oh my God. Don't do this, get punished. Like he was talking about marriage.
Yeah.
Actually, we can go deep in it. I have some opinions about it.
About marriage.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want to say about marriage?
First, let me know what you think about it. What's your idea? What's
About
your opinion
marriage.
about marriage? Yeah.
Marriage.
In general.
Well, you do it when you had enough of being free like the wind. And then you be like, okay, you know what? I met somebody. I want to settle down. And you see that the things work. You see that there is not lots of fighting because yes, in couple you do have lots of fighting, but it's part of it. It's part of building a relationship. But at some point, you'll feel comfortable enough with this person, and to me, that's it. I mean, if we kind of ride or die, and I know you're there for me, and I'm there for you, you know, why not marriage? But yeah, that's pretty much it. For many people, it could be more like, oh, this is a religious thing that we must follow because it's part of the culture, because I believe that getting married by the church, it shows my love in front of God and everything. I believe that God already knows, you know? Like, God can be found in any place, even under a rock.
Even if you don't believe in religion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it.
Me, why I'm telling you that? Because for two reasons. In my opinion, just to make it clear, in the future, of course, I want to get a wife, married, and all that. But first reason, it for me doesn't make sense at all for something specifically like you mentioned, religion, faith.
Yeah.
It's like a sand point, like for people who are really practicing it, and because marriage technically it's a religious event for people who didn't know and are doing that just for beautiful pictures and memories. That's supposed to be a religious event. If you want to just be together and take pictures, you can have it's called union civile, in English, like just a union. You just sign paper and you are married, quote unquote. But you bring in your marriage government, bro. Okay.
Well, yeah, here there is bullshit, huh? But
That's what I'm talking about.
why nobody wants to marry it here in Quebec is because once you split up, everything gets split.
Exactly.
And some people might have more than you. Let's say your woman make double of what you do. Okay, she have a house at her name, whatever, and you guys decide to marry it, and you know what? You get half of the price of the house.
Well, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but yeah.
Or it could be the other way, you know.
Yeah,
It could be like, you know, the guy who has his pension at the government, and then he has to split already the pension to the government because they're divorced.
Exactly. So for me, it doesn't make sense to bring an exterior entity, let's say, into your personal business.
Yeah.
Because it's personal. It's the person you love. It's the faith you put in.
Yeah.
And you gotta sign a contract. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Like people don't
I know
view it this
what you
way.
mean.
Okay. Regular people, how they see it. They see beautiful scenes. A lot of people, they are dressed in white, or depending your religion or country. A lot of people, fun, drinking, dancing, a lot of food, marriage together. You have your home, you have kids.
have a family.
No. On one beautiful day, 10 years go by, 15 years go by, the kids grow up, they are 10 years old, 15 years old, and you don't like each other anymore, and the woman says, or the guy says, fuck off, I'm getting out of here, I'm gonna get the money, I'm gonna get everything. Okay, now you call the lawyer will say, okay, are you married? Okay, what type of marriage? Let me check the papers. Okay, so you have 2 houses? You made $500,000 since you were together? Oh, you had this car for the family? Oh, you had this? Oh, your RSP? Oh, well, half. And still another 8 years left for your 2 kids. You'll have to pay her this amount of money since you made this amount of paycheck per year.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what?
Yeah. Or she has to pay.
Yeah, it can
depending
go
on who
both
makes
ways.
more.
It can go both ways.
Yeah.
Most of the time, the judges, they are more open to go to give more money to the woman because she is the one who takes care of the child.
Yeah.
Most of the time, you know.
Yeah.
This is in the sense when the kids are small.
Yeah.
At that moment, you will realize, damn, because those type of things can bring you to bankruptcy, bro.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not just specifically if you want to be somebody wealthy and have a lot of money. Like, for
Would you marry?
yeah, that was my
Will you marry?
Those are the things that you need to take in consideration. But me, another point, this is like major point, and if you do something like that, make sure to have a lawyer with you to write down, because you can add specific clauses in your contract. It's a contract.
Yes.
You can add a clause that says, at the end, if we divorce, I don't know.
This is mine, this is yours.
Exactly.
This
This property is not family property. This property is on the name of my mother, my name, it's my own. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Different type of thing. But another thing that I personally don't like is, since we are guys, women who view marriage as a way to lock in another man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in their mentality is that if he gets married to me, he will never look to other women. He will never cheat on me. He has the obligation. He
But
gave me the bag.
That's all mentality, right?
Old mentality?
Yeah.
No. Bro, there are women who think like
Actual,
that.
like today?
Yeah, bro. They think that just because they got the ring, that they are married, it will obligate the man to be more responsible and not cheat and all that. Me,
Do
I'm
you
like,
think that?
yeah, I'm like,
Let us know.
it's not, you shouldn't think in those terms and vision, like, in my opinion. You
But
do
it's
what you do.
traditional again, because there are marriages that are still being arranged nowadays, you know, like
Yeah, but that's another
they
thing.
say, look, I've met you 3 times in my life, but hey, for the 4th time, we're getting married. Damn.
Yeah, there are some people who
Culture.
Yeah.
Culture.
That's a culture, but I'm talking about the perception of things. Like, just because you get married doesn't mean that the guy will stay with you. I mean, if it doesn't go well, it doesn't go well.
Or same for the guys, you know, a
Yeah.
guy can put pregnant a woman, and then now they have kids, now the guy believes, we're gonna stick together because now I have kids, but hey, guess what? You know your best friend? I'm just saying. But that brings me to another thing. Vlad, are you a sinner?
If I'm a sinner,
Yes.
yes, I am. Everybody is almost everybody in some way, in some part of their life.
Mm-hmm.
And depends also, like I mentioned to you, what sin. You know, what's a sinner? Comes to it's like somebody tells you, define me, what's your opinion of this? Well, first of all, explain me what's the definition of this word sin for you, and then I can tell you.
If you're a sinner or not.
Even though we know the answer, but just for people to understand.
We are born sinners, according to religion.
Yeah?
Yeah. Let's take the Bible. Simple. We're all born sinners. So that's why Jesus came back, get to the cross, so we get forgiveness for our sins. So if somebody, okay, let's say you're somebody who are into killing people, but tomorrow you decide that your faith is with God, and you truly repent for your sins, or you feel this weight, guilty, for your sins, and you pray and you ask for forgiveness, then you will get it. Why? Because dear Jesus came back, get to the cross, and that's why.
That's great.
Yeah, you can live a life completely as a sinner,
But that's
but
not
if
there
you
rules for
really
that. God can forgive you, but people won't. You know what I mean? And there should be some justice, because covering everything by faith.
well, that's why we have the criminal
God is
justice
there.
system.
We are here. We gotta make peace with each other. We gotta deal with each other how we deal. Like
Yeah.
you will deal with God when you are dead. You know what I mean? Like, this is just talking about people who are going to their faith and they do bad stuff and they're like, I mean, the preacher can tell you, yes, my son, you're pardoned. Maybe it's true, yes, you'll be pardoned, but like all these consequences are always there.
Yeah.
Karma, in my opinion, exists.
Karma, if you're Buddhist and you believe more like in...
Let's say not even if you're Buddhist, if you believe, well, we give, I name it karma, and we know what's the meaning of karma, right?
Yes.
But I believe in karma. Now, it has that name, karma, but it can be named whatever you want else, but the definition is same. You can call it boomerang. Throw it, if it
comes back.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So, yes, you can be pardoned, you can have a faith full, clean, but one day it will come back. And if you really clean your faith and like you're now a good person, you will understand why this thing happened to you.
Yeah.
Because you'll be like,
And you will stop fucking around.
Exactly.
Because you really feel disappointed of yourself.
You got what you get.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. But then you want to be forgiven, and it's okay. You have a second chance, third chance, fourth chance, fifth chance.
I think I was maybe aggressive at that point, but you understand what I mean. Like, you cannot put everything on God.
No.
God, if you believe in Him, whatever your religion is, He gave you already the opportunity to be alive here right now.
Yes. So you're blessed already.
Exactly.
By being here.
God creates your universe, chance, call it whatever you want. You are here. Okay? So if you do bad things, then you deal with the consequences. If you do good things, you will do consequences. You might have good things back.
Yes, mine.
Not promised.
Nothing's
Not
promised. Because you don't deserve anything.
Deserve
Nobody deserves nothing. It's just you do and you hope.
Exactly.
It's
You
like
do.
yeah, you better do, because if you don't do them, forget about it.
Exactly, because, like you said, nobody deserves nothing. Nobody owes you nothing.
Yeah.
You gotta make it yourself. God owes you. You cannot pray to God or to whatever you believe. Give me this, give me that.
Yes.
Like I always give the example. God. Well, there's a story, right? One of the fishers told God, I wanna have fish. Give me fish. He told him, come with me. I will teach you how to get fish.
Yeah.
He didn't give him the fish directly. He did not give him. He said, come with me. I'm gonna show you how to
Get your own
get your
fish.
fish, because after that you will
What if
never
I'm not
live
here?
exactly. You will
Yeah.
never need me. You know what I mean? So if you are a person who was like that, who prays and asks things, you won't get it. You will get maybe an opportunity.
Yeah.
And then again, if you believe in God.
Yeah.
But same thing applies if you try, or you will get an opportunity. You don't try and you just think about it and you just dream, wonder.
Not so far.
No, because affirmation without action equals delusion.
Yes.
Mr. Jim Rohn.
Jim Rohn.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Because if you are telling yourself, I'm the best, I don't know if you are a student, but I'm the best student in the class. But you have bad grades, but you don't put the time to study, you're just in delusion. You might feel confident and think of yourself that you are somebody who can achieve big things in school, but if you don't put the work in, you're basically delusion.
Yeah.
And you will be frustrated when you get your grades or whatever. Again. Because you don't understand that you need to put some work behind your beliefs,
Well, most people understand it. They need to put work to do their stuff. But talking about action,
Yeah.
what do you think about the manifestation that happened yesterday? About the curfew, right?
Yeah. Well, if you didn't know, guys and girls, there was a manifestation yesterday, I think, yeah.
Yes.
Downtown with a lot of people who basically were not happy about the curfew that was supposed to be gone more than a month ago, but still here. So
Yeah.
basically after 8 p.m. we cannot go out. I guess COVID is that time COVID goes out to hunt people. I don't know. But hey, government, they know what they are doing, of course. They are
They know.
of course.
Yes.
But there are a lot of people who were not happy about that, and even the media here was joking about them, calling them the COVID idiot, which is aggressive and really.
Well, it is why media would call
Attack.
this to its population, because at the end of the day they have the right to go out
Exactly,
and
yeah.
march for what they believe.
It's too controlled, let's say, by the government
Yeah.
a little bit. Normally the media should be in the middle, not the right, not
Yeah,
the left.
yeah.
Now it's a bit too much on the side of
Yeah,
the government in place.
They've been very subjective with this title.
Yeah, it's rare that we see something like that.
Yeah.
I never saw anything that insults, kind of.
Yeah, the people who are marching for something. But anyways, the police also kind of exaggerate on the measures. They were in trucks called okay, I'm not gonna say the name of the company, but there was a company of trucks, and they used to set location for rent, and then a small tag of police that they just put a stamp on it, and there was teams of like 8 people inside, like ready for
You remind me something.
for anything that might occur or happen. There was also these cars like the vans, the Dodge vans,
Yeah.
but without any police sign show, just plain.
Well,
a plain van, like let's say the blue
Yeah.
Blue Knight, completely
But that can be understandable if it's, you know, special department of, not police, but security. Because they don't want to be spotted, right? Like, you know, in US it's FBI and CIA and DEA, whatever. They want to be spotted by the criminals. They are, you know, normal car, normal ice cream van, but here it's manifestation. What's the point? And there was a quote that I saw like online. It was saying, when police start to hide their identity, it's no more to protect and serve. It's to basically hunt and get tickets and get the money and get the, you know, oh, good job. Because honestly, what's the point of hiding a police car to make it show that it's not a police car? So basically you are there like a hunter and you are waiting to get somebody. Oh, yeah, I got you. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
it's not normal. I don't know why nobody's like talking about that, but it's not normal. Why a policeman will hide in a car like undercover to do his job? What's the reason? Tell me. Except the one that I just told you.
Well, to me,
Design?
it sounds but
2021.
but it sounds clear. You know? It sounds clear.
Let it go.
Why would you show yourself? You know, behave.
Because you are here to
People
sell,
behave.
protect.
You know,
Yeah, but
it's like if you don't want to get caught, if you don't want a fine or something, well, go fuck around. And if you don't mind, well, do it, and that's it. You know, like take the risk. Because sometimes you can take risk. You can pass through a red light and nobody would see it, not even a camera. You'll be fine. I'm not encouraging nobody to do something wrong.
You
You know,
should
it's
always
just
do it. You should drive it responsibly and, you know, not fucking around. They should be just there, making sure that everything is right, not hiding in the bushes, bro.
not a bushes. It's a car.
But it's basically hiding in the bushes.
Well-
Okay, it's a black car. You are just okay.
You know what they're about. You know, like this special force might be for a special thing. You know.
The one that you're talking about, maybe. But the ones that I'm talking about, I see them just parked close to schools and places
Yeah.
where there's 30 kilometers an hour. They're just there parked undercover, but it's policemen for the traffic lights.
Yeah.
And it's black car. You see police, but very like.
But that's the one you're talking about
Yes.
that is light. Yeah, and also the white ones that also
You
show
don't see
police.
almost, yeah.
No, but I'm talking about the one that you don't see it
That's
at
special
all. It's a
ops,
plane.
For sure. That's for sure.
It's
That's
a
not
plane
police.
car.
That's special operations, you know,
Yeah.
department. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, these type of vehicles were around the manifestation yesterday. Yeah.
You never know, maybe. There will be no more social distancing. But at the same time, I mean, I understand them, you know. Everybody is tired of this curfew. But
Yeah.
because it doesn't make sense. It makes sense for some people in some way. You want to put some action, like we're
Yeah.
talking about action,
Yeah.
right? You want to put in some measures that you took for your citizens. But logically, almost before 8 o'clock, everybody's at home. Who is out after 8 o'clock most of the time? Young people.
People who walk their dogs, people who don't give a fuck, people who wants to go to a
Chill.
party,
Yeah,
people
go to date.
who go to work, people, you know, they don't always know who's driving the car, you know, like for example, if you go to the 40, you have less chance to be stopped by a car than being in a residential place. Why? Because there are more chances that they be parked somewhere.
Exactly.
But if you're in the highway, they're not going to start stopping everybody in the highway. Why? Because there are essential workers. There are exceptions
Yeah.
that might pass.
True. But yeah,
Just a little check, you know.
logically, it doesn't make sense for me. Like, who is going to see his grandparents after 8 o'clock in the evening if he's to
Yeah,
protect
but
the
we're
older
not
people?
free. That's the fucking problem. That's why we feel people is trapped. They feel bad, and that's why they do ridiculous manifestation. Because this is ridiculous at the end of the day. You know, why should we walk to stay out after 8 o'clock?
Exactly.
You know, and why should we all stay in after 8 o'clock?
Why
It doesn't
after?
make sense in both sides.
In New York, it was after 10. Now they took it off, I think, or it's still there, but who fucking decided the
Yeah,
time?
why? Because of what? Because you see the other country did it, you do it the same, and you see what happened. How about your population will react?
But there is also another theory. Like another guy told me, maybe it's because they want to also limit the gang activities after 8, the criminal activities. You know, so if they catch you after 8, if you're not an essential worker, first ticket. Second, well, if you're outside and you know maybe you're doing some criminal activity, so they're thinking about also that, you know. But
So let's permit crime during day.
But I don't know if you saw the news, but it doesn't help. Like there's a lot of shootings and
Yeah, there have been shootings around. That's
which
crazy.
is crazy.
Huh?
Yeah, and for this city, it's pretty abnormal. Let's say.
Yeah.
From
Yeah, this doesn't, well, before there was few shootings here and there, but then it got calm, but then now it's getting back like a trend. I heard about at least 3 shootings
yeah,
in Alsik, you know.
Antique,
Yeah.
which is close.
Even one.
That's
Was
crazy.
there, you know, like, what's the whole point?
Gotta
The
stay
young
safe.
people, you don't want to get shot, you know, why? You're young, you want to ruin your life, go to prison because you shot somebody, you're 22, what age you gonna get out? 50? 54?
If everything goes well.
If you go out, because it's minimum 24 years. Then after that we review your case. But
Good.
but you know, you already know that it's for life. You kill somebody, it's for life. You have money, you might get away, but
Like we were talking, God maybe will forgive you. Not the justice system.
yeah, exactly.
Justice system will fuck your life up.
Mm.
Well, you already fucked
And
your life up.
imagine you're 22, you die because another 22, 23-year-old kid just went crazy with a gun. For what reason would you kill somebody? Okay, you owe me a lot of money. For money, you kill somebody.
Money, ego, respect for someone.
You know, I want to get into this, but they asked me to kill somebody because I'm getting into this group. Like, what type of commitment is this? You want to commit to what?
And you gotta.
What till you're not next?
Yeah, well, you see, the thing is, even though we were talking about, right, the good and the bad, the evil, well, it exists. Maybe not the real evil, like do you imagine in your movies and the cartoons and whatever, but the evil people are there, and you can spot them very easily, except if you are easily influenceable, but you know, they are there. You can see in their eyes the hate, you can see in their eyes the manipulation, you can see in their eyes, like we call it in my country, like they are fox.
Yeah.
You know, they are this type of people. They can control, tell you this, give me this, do that.
Yeah.
You will get this. Oh, like we were talking about in one of the first episodes, you know.
They attack innocent people.
Because
okay, let's say I'm somebody naive who wants to
Exactly.
fit in the group. I'm seeing this person who offers me the night life, the fast living. So if I'm
What you like.
chilling out with you,
what you desire.
it's because, oh shit, I'm gonna do illegal things with you. Oh shit, yeah, I'm 22.
I'm a
Oh
hustler like
shit,
you,
I'm 22, but you know, I'm a G like you, my man.
I'm
So I'm gonna be loyal to the cause. You already know. You have my loyalty. Loyalty. It doesn't work a thing, you know, because then you're mind blown.
Exactly.
You play with your. I've seen kids being blown mind right in front of my
Yeah,
face.
it's not far. It's not far from us.
By people who've been in dark business, and
But
you
Come
can
down to
actually
the
see.
choice, bro. At the end of the day. Like,
Well, everybody has a choice at the end of the day because
specifically here
yeah.
in Montreal. Yes, they are bad neighborhoods. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
poverty is more there and all that. But most of the Montreal, it's pretty good. Thanks, you know, it's just choice and where you live.
But even there, you can live in a place where it's called as a poverty place and not be
That type of
gangster,
person,
you know,
exactly.
so
Yeah. It comes down to how influenceable are you?
Yes, yes.
How well were you informed when you were a kid?
Yes.
Did you have a good teacher? It matters, believe it or not. If you have a
Parents,
teacher,
house,
parents,
everything.
everybody-
Are you a high school dropout?
everybody has an influence on you, when especially when you're a teen or kid.
Yes, yes. There are many factors that will tell.
And we've seen them even in our
Yeah.
scholar, the tragedy that we did.
Yes.
We've seen kids who gone the wrong way, and you could have already saw
Well, it's
that.
not a wrong way either. It's a way. It's a
But
path.
it's a wrong way.
It's a lifestyle you choose,
Yes,
and you deal with the consequence.
but if it's
Not a
bad,
wrong. I don't believe it's a wrong.
okay, but if it's bad results at the end, is it right?
If it's bad, okay, bad consequences for who? Okay, let's say for the person who gets, I don't know, beat up. Okay, and that's a bad consequence for the person who got beat up and for his family who are seeing his kid being beat up to blood or whatever.
But sometimes
But-
not even that, bro. Sometimes it can be not doing the street stuff, not getting beaten up, nothing like that. It's just that just because you hang around those type of people, your career, the future of your life,
Yeah.
goes from this to this.
Yes.
Limited.
Yes.
You have limited growth, and sometimes, which is the most, not bad, but unfortunate thing, is that they are not even conscious that they are not growing because they are staying in the same place with the same people.
Yeah.
And that's what I call the wrong path, the wrong choice, because you are not even conscious that you are stuck there, you are unhappy, because you choose to stay there and to handle those type of people,
Yeah.
and let them get you in your head.
But it's a vibe though.
It comes with the good and the
It's a
bad.
vibe,
But you gotta be
Hey,
smart
I'm
enough
living
to see
fast.
that.
Hey, I'm getting a lot
The
of
balance.
cash. Hey, I arrived to a place. These ladies see me out because now I'm start getting popular, because I'm start getting jobs done. I'm starting getting my cash. It's a fast living. It's all this thing. It's a path. At the end of the day, you choose it.
It's your path, exactly. And you gotta
choose
assume it. Yeah.
And it's not like, I wouldn't say like it's a wrong path, because at the end of the day, you
It can be the
choose
right
it,
path for you, for the person who did it. You know what I mean?
I live right out of it,
It depends at the end what's your
Your
goal.
goals, what
Yeah.
you want to do in life. If
For
that
me, it's a wrong
fulfills
path.
you,
For the person, if it's happy in that,
yeah.
it's a good path.
But as you
It's the
say,
right way.
in real life, okay, for real,
Yeah,
you get wrong consequences out of it, like not being able to get a job because you have this, or you're in a blacklist, or
you know, the education,
Yes,
education, whatever, it's because
it blocks you.
yes, of course we want to be, as a society and as people, more comprehensive, more inclusive, more understandable. Like you said, there is no wrong path, there is none of this. But at the end, what matters is the result.
Yes.
Now we can give our opinions and all that. What matters is the result. The
Yeah.
person who is in that situation, like we told the guy who killed somebody else, it's up to him now to decide where the fuck is he. Is it a good place he is? No. If he thinks he's in a good place, well, you will stay in the prison, my friend. But if you think it's in a bad place, then start thinking already how to, put yourself back to the food.
Yeah.
But you won't be for that. Before that, like you was talking, why the guy who was 22 years old, why he got shot? Why he was there in the first place? He didn't have a choice, maybe, blah, 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 blah. A lot of versions, a lot of opinions, a lot of possibilities. Again, result. Why was you there? Right?
Wrong time, wrong place sometimes.
That's possible also. That's possible, very possible also,
But anyway, all this to say, okay, we were talking about religion, manifestation,
Actions,
people
religion,
getting shot,
influence,
hell, heaven,
God,
God,
Everything's
good,
connected.
wrong, bad. Yeah.
People, being tired of being controlled by government, going out doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's all connected. You cannot. Me and you also, we like to do straight talk, and some of you might think, oh, who are those guys? They don't know me. I feel like attacked, or I feel that they're talking to me. But if that's the case, then you got some reevaluation to do, right? I mean,
we're talking to ourselves whenever we're doing a video. We're not.
Yeah.
I mean,
you can learn something.
Let's be honest. I'm not talking here for somebody else to listen of what I'm saying. I'm talking because we are talking usually about these things, and we want to put it in a film. So if you guys want to join the team, you guys like to listen to what we say and you agree, then come up, send us a message.
Exactly, like you're part of
give us
our little group.
It's a community. You know, I like
exactly.
to do a community. With this project, I like to do a community, so everybody get close. You know, at some point we will start having guests.
Exactly.
You know, people who come up here and show their idea, show their story. It's not about selfish thing that we want to show who we are and our point of views and this and that. No, man, we want to do a community. You guys are all welcome.
Exactly, like it's
So
not a
that's what we like.
teach you something. No, it's,
You can teach a lot too.
we can
have a lot to
just
teach.
listen, and we might be wrong on some things.
Come up and tell us.
Exactly.
Bring your point of view to the front.
Yeah, don't just bring the hate and the you know.
And bring the hate too.
Bring it in the camera.
We like to hear the
Whatever.
hate too, you know. Even in the camera, you know, let's say sometimes you might come.
Yeah, because by conversation, by debates, that's the way you grow. If me and him, we had the same opinion, then we know the same thing, you know. If I tell you something different than what you thought, I learned something. Maybe I'm not, let's say, in the same position as you, but at least I got a new way of saying things. And when I speak with somebody else, when I can tell my opinion, but at the same time I can tell, I know this person who thinks this way about this subject.
Yes.
What do you think? Now that person will talk, he has two opinions. Now he will have another one, third one.
Yes.
Now me, I end up with mine, yours, and that person.
Yes.
Three opinions. Another way. You know, there are two people, like people tell me this, what you think.
Yeah.
At the end, you end up with more knowledge, more visions, more perceptions. Because if you want to be open-minded, when you cannot have only one perception.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta be able to see things from his side, my side, the other guy's side, the other girl's side,
Your side.
your side. You know, it's important to balance and try to understand, put yourself in the position or the vision of the person who you are talking with. It's hard, you know, like it's hard to view something that you know believe 1000% it's like this. This person says, no, it's like that.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's like a question of ego, beliefs, values, childhood, whatever,
Yes.
parents, friends. But if you are able to, even for 1 second, try to understand the point, you will benefit from it. You know? If you don't,
You divide.
yeah, you stay in
Your
your
different path.
you stay in your
That's it.
cocoon, and at the end, what you learn, you know? Like if we were here just to shout and be, no, you're not right, that's impossible. You don't know what you're talking about. Is that debate? Did I learn something? No. I just make you feel bad and you make me feel bad because of our opinions. That's dumb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like when you politicians they talk, you know?
Yes,
They're like,
yes.
no, people did this, what you are saying is wrong. Another guy, no, we know that this guy is known for to be lying. Me, I will bring the council.
Yes, and that's a personal attack, you know. That doesn't even have to do with the campaign itself.
It doesn't have to do nothing with the people, bro. It's basically telling this guy wants to sell you some bullshit.
Yes.
Don't take from him, take from me. I will give you the best bullshit. You know what I mean? That's politicians 101.
Yeah.
And, you know, they won't take always the credit for everything. Just before we finish, you know the Joe Biden?
Yes.
He recently did like a press conference, and basically he was taking all the, how you call it, all the deserves and that because of him, now America has tested a lot of people for the COVID. He's giving stats, you know, I've been here 60 days. He's like, this motherfucker. This guy is crazy. So, and you listen to him, and you're like, bro, first of all, you're almost like 80 years old. Second of all, you barely can speak normally. Third of all, you're a hypocrite. I don't know if you know his history, but
Yes.
he's two-faced.
Yeah.
He will tell
Before
you
he used to say no,
this,
now he say yes.
He will say no to, I don't know, a same-sex marriage, then yes, same-sex. Okay, let's put a thing on the weed. People go to prison for that, then
And now no.
no more
Okay.
than that, yeah.
Yeah.
What about the people who are in prison, man?
I would
My
say
G.
evolution. My mind expands. So.
I think he listened to our episodes back in the 80s. When we was not even here, but our spirit with God was supreme, you know?
So
Yeah.
anyways, we conclude with that one now.
Yeah, they're correct. What you want to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you're maybe surprised why we are dressed like, you know, we just bought this building, you know what I mean? You know, who knows, maybe we did. Or maybe we didn't, you will never know.
They already know.
Yeah. But yeah, you know.
It was a photo shoot.
Yeah.
We did have a photo shoot today. We enjoy to make photo shoots. You have friends who like to do photo shoots, enjoy with them too.
Yeah, it's pretty great, you know. It's a fun time to do that. Yeah, so today was touchy subjects actually, but
Yeah, that are coming back, you know, because there are a few subjects that keeps coming back, but there is always different points
it's a different place to touch. Yeah.
touch. Yeah.
And as always, like it's between us, it's our opinions. You know, nothing is put here to disvalidate or whatever your opinions. Not the point. The point is to exchange, like we just
Yeah.
mentioned. So, yeah, thank you for watching the JV Experience. Like, comment, share. You know,
Subscribe.
if you agree with us, you know, share it with your friends. If you don't agree with us, share it and tell us why in the comments. Because we gotta know, you know, you cannot just tell them, oh, you're wrong.
Yes.
Where I'm wrong, my man. Tell me where I'm wrong.
Comment below.
Comment, precise, you know. And we appreciate the love from people who hit up us, like told us, you know,
Yeah.
to continue and they like our stuff. So yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for
Peace.
watching. Peace.